Good morning, everyone. My name is Nathan Serota with the Honolulu Department of Parks and Recreation. Thanks for joining us. I will be speaking along with Gene Maestas from the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. But first and foremost, we are thrilled to be returning the Mayor's Memorial Day ceremony here to the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific for the first in-person ceremony since the pandemic began. Really, it's a fundamental human interaction and experience to appreciate those who came before us and sacrifice for our well-being. So, every day we should be filled with gratitude for the sacrifices they make, but we set aside Memorial Day for that specific purpose. So we're very honored to be part of this time-honored ceremony. The ceremony is scheduled for Monday, May 30th, beginning promptly at 8:30 a.m. It is free and open to the public. While it is free and open to the public, there is going to be limited parking here inside of the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. So for public who are attending, we definitely urge them to take advantage of some of the additional parking that we have secured off-site at Lincoln Elementary School and Stevenson Middle School. It's free parking over there, and there's courtesy shuttles to and from the Punchbowl here. And then also we have parking set up at Fosse Municipal Building, and city's buses that will be shuttling people from Alapa'i Transit Center, which is right next door to Fosse Municipal Building. There will be 4 buses that will be leaving from Alapa'i starting at 7 a.m. on that Monday, and they will leave every 20 minutes. So one at 7, 7:20, 7:40, and the last one at 8 a.m. And then there will be 3 trips back to Alapa'i starting at 8 a.m. or starting promptly after the ceremony is done, approximately 9:30, 10 o'clock. We definitely encourage people to come and enjoy the ceremony here with us. It is the first time, again, that we are having an in-person ceremony of this magnitude here at the Memorial Cemetery since the pandemic began. So we're, again, really honored to be a part of this. Some of the ceremonial things that people can expect: we'll have a military flyover. It's going to be a KC-135 Stratosphere. It's one of the big refueling planes. So for the surrounding neighborhood, expect a large flyover, or a loud flyover, I should say, at approximately 9:15. So please don't be startled by that. Also, we'll have military salutes, speeches, laying of wreath, and then, of course, the placing of lei and flag on the graves prior to the ceremony. It's a very sombering experience to see the 38,000 some odd service members who are laid here to rest, and to see them all adorned with the lei in a very uniquely Hawaiian display of gratitude. And I highly recommend, if you have not experienced that, it is a very sombering experience. To talk more about some of the logistics of the ceremony and the do's and don'ts for inside here at the National Memorial Cemetery is Gene Maestas with Punchbowl.
Hey, good morning, Nate.
Good morning. Thank you.
Aloha. On behalf of the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, I'd like to welcome the public back to the annual Mayor's Memorial Day event. We're very excited to do this. We haven't been able to do it for the past 2 years. With that said, I want to welcome all the visitors that come annually. We want to make sure that they understand that it will be very crowded here, as it is every Memorial Day. So we recommend they do gravesite visitation Saturday, Sunday, and after the Memorial Day event on Monday. The other item I'd like to caution everybody about is the amount of traffic we're going to we'll have in here. There is one-way traffic only, and it's going to be counterclockwise, so do not go clockwise in the cemetery. The other thing we want to mention to all the visitors is that be sure you respect the rights of the family members who are visiting grave sites, and be sure you honor all those who are interred here at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. The other item that we'd like to highlight is on Saturday, the Knights of Columbus are going to be placing flags in Section A, and then on Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock, is the Boy Scouts Good Turn event. There will be approximately 1,000 Boy Scouts and other scouts here to place flag and lei on all the remaining grave sites here at Punchbowl. And then once again, just to reiterate, the annual Memorial Day event is going to commence promptly at 08:30 on Monday morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gene. One of the additional items I'd like to mention for those bus trips that are going to be leaving from Alapai Transit Center, regular bus fares do apply. It's a modified Route 123, which services this area, but the parking at Fosse Municipal Building is free, just regular bus fares for a Sunday bus, or Monday, holiday bus fares apply. As I mentioned before, and as Gene mentioned as well too, on Sunday at 1 o'clock, the Scouts will be laying the lei and American flags on all of the graves here at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. Prior to that, for this entire week, we're going to be having all hands-on-deck effort to gather those 38,000 lei to place on those graves. It's very much a CACO effort because we're going to need as much help as we can. As a result of that, we'll have what we call SOA Lei for Memorial Day events that we'll be doing primarily this Friday, beginning at 9 o'clock, and some of them ending at 1 o'clock. We have a list of all those locations on our website. They're throughout the island at a lot of park districts, district parks, notably Waipahu District Park, Waianae District Park, Kilauea District Park, and Kailua District Park. And then also we will have lei sewing sites as well at Honolulu Hale and Kapolei Hale. Again, the ones at the district parks are from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and the ones at the hales at Honolulu Hale and Kapolei Hale are from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you guys want to organize your own lei sewing events, you're more than welcome to do that, please. There's going to be lots of locations where you can drop off those lei. On that Friday, May 27th, you can drop off those lei at any Honolulu Fire Department station from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's also about 5 federal fire stations that you can drop them off at, and some other city park locations that are listed on that website. To give the folks an idea, we don't need an entire neck lei, just a small 20 to 22 inch when it's untied, but please tie it so it's about this big, just enough to cover the American flag and the grave. And please, we request the lei be made from either fresh flowers, preferably plumeria, or tea leaf. Either are acceptable. So feel free to drop those off at Friday. The last drop-off, if you do make those lei, would be here at Punchbowl this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you make them on Friday nights, you have a nice Pauhana lei sewing event, please feel free to bring them right up here. There will be a refrigerated container, Matson container, right at the entrance behind me to the Memorial Cemetery here. We really urge everyone to help us out with this effort because, again, there are 38,000 approximately lei that we will need to adorn every single grave here at the Memorial Cemetery. And with that, I'll open it up to any questions from the media.
Just real quick, what is your expectation on kind of how many visitors will be using the bus service? How many people will be in this area throughout the entire weekend?
We're estimating approximately about 2,000 to 3,000 people attending. 3,000 was kind of the upper count that we had for some of the larger ceremonies in the years past. 2,000 is pretty standard. The tent that's set up right behind me is the shaded area where VIPs, and there will be also some covered seating for the public. That'll be available on a first come, first served basis. So also, if you are coming, feel free to bring an umbrella for shade because it will begin again at 8:30 a.m. So all fingers crossed it'll be good weather, nice and sunny, but it can be hot. So, wear sunscreen, wear protective clothing, bring your water as well too. Please do not bring any chairs though, unless medically required. And then again, first come, first served basis for the chairs, the remaining chairs that are in the shade. Should be about 200 or so, 250 available that we like to reserve for veterans, but again, whoever gets here first will have privilege to those. And anything? Yes, thank you very much. I forgot to mention. Right now there is no outdoor face mask mandate. So for the ceremony, it is voluntary for people to wear face masks, whether or not they want to. Please take into account there will be a lot of veterans. There will be a lot of kapuna here, a lot of elderly folks. Please, take their health and well-being into account. At this point, it's voluntary basis, so everyone should make the health decisions that they are comfortable with. All right, if nothing else, I'd like to thank everyone for this opportunity to get our message out. Again, check out our website. It's bit.ly/Mayor's Memorial Day with a capital M for Mayor, Memorial, and for Day, or a capital D for Day. That'll have all the locations of our lei sewing opportunities, which again, Friday is going to be the big lei sewing drive. But if you have donations, if you're making some yourself, feel free to drop them off at any of those locations at those designated times. Thank you again, and take care.